hey guys, Moldan here, and me and a few other streamers received an email from a certain game developer basically giving us an instruction how to deal with exploits in a game. Basically, they were saying that you should avoid to make or to publish videos about an exploit, and also don't highlight it on a stream. On top of that, they sent us a special email address that every streamer could use to report an exploit. Now, I'm just gonna talk about something that I did, like my last video. So, yeah, let's start this. So my last video was basically that zombie dogs, witch doctor pets, give experience in PvP. You can get from level 1 to 60 in 40 minutes, or even less, it was 33 or something. And yeah, basically I made a video about that. And 3 months ago, this guy named Controller wrote a thread mentioning exactly the same bug or exploit, whatever you want to name it. But yeah, yesterday this got actually edited into report, and the topic got locked. Like suddenly it gets changed. But what he was saying that there is an exploit on the PTR where you get experience for killing people in PvP. But luckily, there's something called Google Cache that stores old versions of websites. So I opened this here, and this was the original thread by Controller. He says, "Hello, I have encountered a serious problem while testing low-level dueling in the PTR. It seems that our specific level characters are getting XP for killing players and their minions, such as dogs, gargoyles, monk allies, and so on. Or not gargoyles, I think garganturians or whatever it is. But in any case, I would hope this can get fixed so we do not have to remake our characters because of leveling problems." Okay, it was just very different. He was afraid that if he likes low level dueling, let's say level 30 dueling, that he would actually out level the bracket and he wouldn't be able to PvP other level 30s anymore. But whatever. People are saying +1, remake is annoying, no reason for XP while dueling, you get XP while dueling. This is all in January, this is in early January. Bump, please fix this, 1st February. And yeah, this is pretty much what happened. And in the last few weeks, I have always wondered how those Paragon 100 people with less than 500 elite kills, because usually Paragon 100 takes 10,000s of elite kills. So I was always wondering how they did it, but I couldn't figure it out. Until a few days ago, on Reddit, there was a new post about this exploit. That's when I first heard about it. And that's where it was posted on Reddit, on certain other sites like IndGamers, my video, and yeah. Basically the exploit or whatever it was went viral. And now with the certain game developer sending me that one email to report exploits instead of for example making a video about it, the problem with that I see with that is, why do streamers get an advantage? Why do streamers get a special address to contact for exploits, and those people that reported the problem accurately, and many people responded to it and were signing it and agreeing with the poster, why doesn't this count? Why does a streamer community of the entire Diablo 3 game are 0.01%, if not less, of the player base? Why are only 0.01% of the players allowed to register or file bug reports to this special address? In my opinion, everyone here, everyone of the Diablo 3 community pays the same amount for the Diablo 3 copy, which is 40 or 50 euro, and every community member should have the same rights and should have the same value in his opinion. Streamers shouldn't be more important. I'm a streamer myself, but I don't think that my opinion should be more important than the opinion of you or anyone else playing this game. That's kind of the issue that I see here. Those forums need to be checked, and every single report has to be taken seriously, because this is probably not the only thing. There's no way that all that the 100 streamers or whatever we have could identify all exploits. But apparently, like, we get a special treatment for this, and I just think this is wrong. Everyone should get the same treatment and the same chances to report exploits, and that's what's needed, because I have a high interest to get the game better. I'm playing the game a lot, and I want the game to be like really good. And fixing exploits is one thing that's important. But yeah, that was the first part of my video, but the second part is that exploits in general. It's really difficult with exploits. Now, an exploit is defined as something in a game that works as designed, which means it works as the programmers programmed it. So like the game does exactly what it's supposed to do, but not as intended. Again, working as designed, as programmed, but not as intended, which means the developers had something different in mind and they didn't want something to happen. Let's bring out a few. It's really hard to like quantify if something is an exploit or not. It's really hard to like value that. For example, power leveling. With power leveling, I mean you create a new character at level 1, and what some people are doing, they join a group with, let's say, level 60 people, and on MP10 they get carried from level 1 to level 60 in less than 2 hours by farming keep debts to MP10. Is this working as intended? In my opinion, it is not. I don't think that the developers think that this is working as intended, because you miss out on 3 anti-difficulties. You miss out on everything in normal, everything in nightmare, and everything in hell. And you miss out in like getting new skills, selecting the runes. You basically get a start at level 60 in 2 hours. I don't think this is working as intended. Another problem, what can I think of? Let's, for example, take, a developer posted, for example, that Wrath of Berserk Thrive on Chaos is not working as intended. Which means the ability is working as designed, which means it does exactly what the tooltip says and what they programmed it to be. You get Fury, you extend your Wrath of Berserker duration. It works. It works as designed. But it was not intended that barbarians are able to keep up Wrath of Berserk like all the time and are the only class that is completely immune to CC permanently. But if it's not working as intended, it is an exploit. It would be an exploit to like use Wrath of Berserk, because it makes you able to play a class that's better than all other classes. Because the game was designed for PvE, that all classes are roughly the same. But if an ability is overpowered like Wrath of Berserk, you're stronger than other classes as barbs, which many people are saying right now. But the thing is, should you get banned now, or do you have to fear to get banned just because you use Wrath of Berserk Thrive on Chaos, but developer says it's not intended? I don't know, it's difficult. Same with like multiboxing. Was multiboxing intended when the game came live? I don't think so. But now what does it really come down to? How can you like find out if something is an exploit or not? There are 2 things. First is like, how do the developers see something? What's the opinion of the developers on something? And the second thing is, what's the opinion of the community of something? Those are the only 2 ways to find out if something is really an exploit or not. I don't want to, as a single person, I don't think I have the power to like justify or say this is an exploit, this is not an exploit, this is an exploit, this is not an exploit. It always comes down to what is best for the community or what do the developers really want. And it's difficult. For example, what I think the developers are doing is they want to do the best thing for the community, which means they evaluate everything and then take actions that turn out into like, or basically damage control or whatever the community likes most. So for example, from the leveling from 1 to 60, it's really difficult, so I'm going to skip that. But for example, Wrath of Berserk Thrive on Chaos. They say it's not working as intended, but they don't like nerf it straight away, because that would probably have an impact on the barbarian player base. Like maybe some barbarians would quit the game if they would do that. Multiboxing on the other hand, which like could also be seen as an exploit to be able to like control 4 characters while only playing 1 as a single person, but they don't do anything about it. This might have other reasons. Maybe you can come up with some, but yeah, exploits is really hard. There's always like a gray zone. It's really hard to like say, okay, this is an exploit, this is not an exploit, and you have to think about it. Your account is at risk. Like Blizzard has the right to ban you if they say that you exploited. And for example, with the zombie dog thing, what if this gets like, if they like track the number, or if a character ever killed zombies in PvP? What if there's a witch doctor, or if there's anyone in PvP that just happened to duel a lot against witch doctors and maybe killed 10,000 pets, gaining experience from it, but he didn't even know that he got experience from it. Like, he didn't even know that, but then he could be banned, and this is really difficult. So, and what I think is that Blizzard, like this thread that I was showing before, I think maybe they even read it, but because they get so many reports, often they just say, okay, next one, next one, next one, and maybe this one just happened to be like that. And also, that's was my opinion on exploit. Like, it's a really complicated topic, and I don't think that streamers should get an advantage in reporting exploit. I think the entire community should get the same rights, and everyone, including Controller, who made this post on 25th January, should be treated seriously, and not just a streamer. Maybe, I don't know, because he has the power to like go viral with something or whatever. Yeah. Hopefully there aren't many exploits left in the game, and hopefully the community gets like respected as a whole. Like, the Diablo 3 community is what counts. And that's also why I made this video. Like, personally for me, it was probably not the best decision to make a video like this. It's probably a bit controversial, but I always said when I started my YouTube, I want to be able to be honest and voice my opinions no matter what, even if it like affects my relationship with whatever. I just want to be honest, and that's why I made this video. Thanks for watching. I'll be back.